Welcome back to the 2-Minute Warning, back on the topic of the NFL. Today, bringing you another 2-Minute Warning mock draft. Of course, we've got to redo it since the Sam Darnold trade has occurred. Sam Darnold going to the Carolina Panthers. Just to refresh you on the way this goes, we're going to trade off. He's going to pick first, and then I'm going to pick second. I'll take the even numbers. He takes the odd picks, and we're just going to pick for the team based off what the guy has done before. So whoever's been picked, obviously they're not going to be available, and we'll go that way. So that's going to be our mock draft picks 1 through 16 today.
No trades.
No trades. Yeah, we got to assume no trades, and we got to assume it's the way it is right now on paper. But before we get into the video, question of the day. Assuming, now this might be a sore subject for everyone just to assume Trevor Lawrence is the best quarterback in the draft, but that's what we're going to do right now for the question of the day. Assuming Trevor Lawrence is the most talented quarterback in the draft, who do you guys think is the next best guy? Is it is it Justin Fields? Is it Trey Lance? Is it Zach Wilson? Who's the second best quarterback in the draft? Comment below, and at the end of the video, Jay and I will give you guys our opinion. But nevertheless, the first pick in the NFL draft goes to the Jags. Jay, who are they taking?
Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Trevor Lawrence, generational talent, best prospect since Andrew Luck, arguably. Enough said.
Yeah, Trevor Lawrence, I think, is the right pick for the Jags. He's going to fit well in that offense, and I've said it 100 times. I think him and Urban Meyer will work very well together. I think the young NFL minds, obviously, Urban Meyer's first year in the NFL and Trevor Lawrence's rookie season, along with the other young guys on that Jags offense, I think will work really well together. So the next pick is to the New York Jets, who have just traded away Sam Darnold. The two previous mock drafts, I had him taking Penei Sewell. I had him sticking with Sam Darnold, giving him some protection because I thought he could have been the future of that franchise. But that is now all changing. I think they're going quarterback, and they're going to go, I think, here with Zach Wilson. I think he's the next best quarterback in this draft. I think he's super talented. He combines his the ability to get outside the pocket and move. He's got a really good arm. He's got great arm strength, great accuracy. I think I like Zach Wilson a lot.
Yeah, I totally agree. Joe Douglas, Robert Saleh, they both attended his pro day. We all saw that pretty throw that he had. Just a great pro day all around. Zach Wilson, he's been argued to be number 2. The only question was, do the Jets want him? But now that they don't have Sam Darnold, he's definitely going to be wanted.
All right, third pick goes to the 49ers.
Third pick, a lot of rumors of Mac Jones, but John Lynch, I think he's a really smart GM for the Niners. I think it's all, I don't want to say it's a bluff and that they're lying, but I think John Lynch, I have faith in him, and I think he's going to go with the right guy in Trey Lance or Justin Fields, but to me, they're going to Trey Lance. Just, I don't buy the Mac Jones thing, but to me, Trey Lance is the answer. He hasn't shown a lot in college, but what he has shown is enough to make incredible stats, 0 interceptions, undefeated. Trey Lance, huge prospect, and he has a year to learn around Jimmy Garoppolo. Not the greatest mentor, but it's not like he will learn nothing. I like this move, Trey Lance by the Niners.
Yep, I've heard the Mac Jones rumors, and I'm alarmed by that because I don't have that high of expectations for Mac Jones, but I'm no GM, so that could be the pick. But I do think it's between Fields and Trey Lance for this pick, so we're going to have to see what the Niners do because I do think they're going quarterback. Next pick in the NFL draft, Atlanta Falcons at number 4. Several drafts before, I had them taking a defensive guy. I thought that was the pick. I think the Falcons need a defensive playmaker. They lack that seriously on offense. I think Matty Ice, Matt Ryan is capable of putting up points. We saw him put up over 40 on a couple teams, including the Raiders, who at the time were pushing for a playoff time this past year. Julio Jones hopefully going to be healthy. Calvin Ridley, a good pass receiver. So their offense is good. I was originally thinking they go defensive guy, but at this point, Kyle Pitts has put himself on the map as one of the greatest guys ever, I think, or at least one of the biggest prospects going into the draft. I don't think they pass up on him. I think they go Kyle Pitts.
Yeah, it's hard to argue against that. It's going to be offense either way. Like, I agree the defense was probably the best route, but the tide has turned, and I think they're going to go Kyle Pitts and invest in Matt Ryan. The new head coach, Arthur Smith, seems to like him and believe that he has some gas left in the tank, and I agree with it as well. Kyle Pitts, generational talent as well, 100% agreed. At number 5, Cincinnati Bengals, another tide-changing turn for this team. Penei Sewell seemed to be the lock, but a lot of rumors and a lot of trends are showing Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow. The chemistry, the reunion is real, and I think they will go receiver. I don't know if I agree with it, but this is what I think will happen. In a receiving core with Jamar Chase, Auden Tate, Tyler Boyd, T. Higgins, that might be the 4 best receiver in the NFL. Hard to argue that, but the argument can be made, and therefore I understand the move. Wouldn't be my route, but I get it, and I think this is the way it's going to go.
Yeah, I do think Jamar Chase has really, I think, become the best receiver, true receiver outside of Kyle Pitts in this draft. He's got the biggest frame and the best NFL-ready build. So Jamar Chase, I think, is the best receiver. Will the Bengals go O-line? Will they go Jamar Chase? That's just a question we'll have to wait and see to be answered. But I do think Jamar Chase would be a helpful pick for that team. So that brings the Dolphins up on the block next at 6 overall. I want the Dolphins to take Kyle Pitts if he's still available come the real draft. But at this time, I took Kyle Pitts to the Atlanta Falcons, so I'm going to have to take Penei Sewell to the Miami Dolphins. Give Tua some protection. You can't go wrong with that.
Yeah, it's a safe pick. It's not the prettiest pick. You kind of wanted Will Fuller, Devontae Parker, and one more. You didn't want to be Will Fuller to be your, biggest free agent and biggest offseason move after receiving.
If you would have taken Sewell to the Bengals, then I probably would have gone Jamar Chase to the Dolphins.
And I think that's how we'll go in the draft. One goes one way, one goes the other, and it doesn't fall any past there. But Sewell, safe pick, and the Dolphins just can't pass it up no matter what they wanted. Even if it's boring, it is the safe pick. At number 7, the Detroit Lions. Jared Goff going to Detroit. He needs a weapon to throw to. They lost Kenny Galladay. They lost Marvin Jones Jr. They lost Danny Amendola. And they got Fred Flintstone at their head coach. They are going on offense. And I think they go with Jalen Waddle over Devontae Smith. Jalen Waddle is going to be, hopefully, Jared Goff's number one weapon for his sake.
Yeah, I know. Not a lot of exciting things going on with the Lions this year. Not going to be a great team, but getting Jared Goff a weapon will certainly help them after the loss of Kenny Galladay. So I like that pick. At number 8, Carolina Panthers. You got a new quarterback in Sam Darnold. I think this team not really going to be making a push to win the NFC South, I don't think. But I do think they just got better. I like Sam Darnold over Teddy Bridgewater. So you think maybe you go offense to help him out, but he's reuniting with Robbie Anderson from his time in New York. You got a healthy Christian McCaffrey back. I think their offense is going to be good. I want to go defensive playmaker here for the Panthers. Give them some help on the defensive side of the ball. Take Micah Parsons at 8th overall to the Panthers.
Yeah, it's not bad. They got a captain on defense of Micah Parsons. I don't know if you heard, but they signed A.J. Boye. A little bit of depth.
I liked him
in
with Houston.
Secondary. So the Panthers, any other division, I feel like they would at least stand a chance. The Bucs are just too dominant, but I do like what the Panthers are doing, and I believe in Sam Darnold. So Micah Parsons, this is a guy, he deserves to go top 10, but if he falls, I wouldn't be surprised. But the Panthers is a perfect fit for him, in my opinion. Number 9, Denver Broncos. To me, there's a good chance we see them trade up in this draft, but due to our mock draft not including that and Justin Fields falling, I think the Denver Broncos jump on Justin Fields while he's still around. He's a wild card play, but so is Drew Lock, and I think between one of those two guys, they'll figure out who their quarterback of the future is. To me, it's a safe pick at 9 because you'll figure out your future one way or another.
Yep, I'm not sold on Drew Lock for the future, which means they got to move off of him somehow. And we just talked about it before this video, that it seems odd to have Justin Fields slipping to the fourth drafted quarterback in the draft. So if he's still available at number 9, his college talent easily has the potential to translate into a Lamar Jackson style playing style in the NFL. Who knows? What did he run, a 4.4 or something? Yeah. So he's fast, Justin Fields. So I like that pick a lot. I like Justin Fields to the Broncos. Next, we got the Dallas Cowboys at number 10. Dak re-signed. Dak is back. I keep saying I'm looking for a Zeke bounce back season. I really think he'll have a better year because he can't really get much worse. So possibly we have Dak's back. That's in stone. Hopefully we have a better Zeke back. Hopefully Amari Cooper has a better season. He's been declining. And then CeeDee Lamb, I think, arguably top 10, 12 receiver in the league right now. That's kind of a stretch, but I think he's very good. So I like Cowboys offense, which means I'm going defense. Get him a cornerback, and there's a little bit issues now. I think Surtain was the best cornerback in the draft, with Farley just below, but now Surtain's dealing with some back issues.
So way around.
So
Surtain's top. Farley's got the injury.
My bad. Farley's got the back injury, so I think Surtain is the most talented and he's healthy. I'm gonna go Patrick Surtain to the Cowboys.
Yeah, good move. The injury was definitely neck and neck, and I think this is a perfect edge to kind of give you the clear guy. And Surtain being healthy, and he's not only a corner that can lock down a receiver, he's a playmaker on tackles. He's going to fight for the ball, and that is something the Dallas Cowboys need. They need a playmaker. They just need any type of help in that secondary, and Patrick Surtain is a perfect move. Number 11, to the New York Football Giants. They've addressed a lot in this offseason. They re-signed Leonard Williams, fixing their pass rush, or at least addressing it and keeping it. Secondary added Adoree Jackson. Kenny Galladay added him in their receiving core. And I want to see them make an electric move, but they've given Daniel Jones everything he needed, and I think they're going to give him more in protection and go with Rashawn Slater. They took a tackle last year in the first round, and he panned out to be nothing. And I think they'll go back-to-back years in first-rounders. I like their head coach and Joe Judge. Rashawn Slater, I'm surprised to see him fall to even 11, but a guy that can play 1 through 5. Interior, he can play outside on the tackle. The Giants will find a spot for him somewhere.
I like that pick. That's just going to be further investing into Daniel Jones, which is obviously the biggest question mark for the Giants because they've done a good job of building a team around him. But the Giants are a good year from Daniel Jones away from really taking the NFC East by storm, I think, and making a playoff run. So I like that pick. Next, the Philadelphia Eagles at number 12. Simply put, get somebody for Jalen Hurts to throw the ball to. Right now, the best and last guy available here is Devontae Smith, so I'm going Devontae Smith to the Eagles.
Yeah, good move. Jalen Hurts, he needs someone to throw the football to. Alshon Jeffrey, he's dropped off. I don't even know if he's on the team anymore. He might have been a free agent. Deshaun Jackson, he's gone.
Aguilar's gone.
Yeah. Jalen Reagor, he was a first-round pick last year. He didn't turn out to be anything. Zach Ertz doesn't want to play there. Get him a receiver that's young and can grow on this team with Jalen Hurts. Devontae Smith, perfect pick. Los Angeles Chargers, some of your favorite that is viewing. I think they're going to go offensive line, Rashawn Slater, Penei Sewell, that would have been a steal. Kyle Pitts, he would have been a steal. But J.C. Horn being on the board still, I'm going to have to go with him to help out Derwin James, Chris Harris Jr., Michael Davis, and I think the Chargers fans will be ecstatic to get this pickup. Yeah, there's Elijah Vera Tucker and Christian Darrisaw to look at too as well. But this draft has a lot of offensive line, and I think J.C. Horn being available, they're going to roll with him.
Yeah, I like that pick, helping out the Chargers defense, because we've all talked about how high hopes we have for the offense. So giving them some help on the defensive side of the ball. And, of course, with the new head coach and Brandon Staley, this will play right into that team very well. So I like that pick. Next at 14, the Minnesota Vikings. I like their offense. I got more faith in Kirk Cousins than the average person does, I think. I like Justin Jefferson. I like Adam Thielen. I really like their offense. Dalvin Cook, all the above. Mike Zimmer, defensive-minded guy. I think that plays into the pick here. They're going to pick a defensive guy. I like Gregory Rousseau out of Miami at the end. He's a playmaker, as an edge rusher. I like him a lot for this Minnesota team.
New England Patriots at Vikings. I like that move. Defensive minded. Completely agree. But number 15, New England Patriots. I didn't think they were going to make a trade into them for a quarterback. And right now, according to our draft, they don't have to. And I think they're going to roll with Alabama quarterback Mac Jones. Yeah, we saw the video of him overthrowing and then directly showing Bill Belichick shake his head at the throw. But Bill Belichick, one of the best coaches of all time, he could work on that. And I think there are options of offensive line, Christian Darrisaw and Elijah Vera Tucker. But Bill Belichick, he's a smart dude. He knows Cam Newton's not going to be the guy for the next 10 years of the Patriots. Mac Jones, I think they're going to take him at 15.
Yeah, we got Darrisaw and Vera Tucker still available for us. Arizona Cardinals. Right now I'm looking at Caleb Farley, and I still have Christian Darrisaw and Elijah Vera Tucker. These are tough for me. You lose Patrick Peterson in the secondary, so taking Caleb Farley would be beneficial, I do think, to replace that gap in the secondary. But the Cardinals have a good defense. You already added J.J. Watt. I'm going to go pass protection here for Kyler Murray. I think that could benefit him greatly. I'm going to go Christian Darrisaw.
Yeah, it's not a bad move. I think I would have gone Farley just because 16 seems like it's a little far for an injury that's really just taken out of proportion. Yeah. But either way, they're getting a steal of a pick in Darrisaw, the third best tackle, or Caleb Farley, the third best corner. Either way, you can't go wrong, and it'll really help out this team tremendously.
100%. So those are our picks, 1 through 16. Comment below what you think about them. If you disagree, if you agree, whatever it is, comment below. And back on the topic of the question today, Jay, outside of Trevor Lawrence, who's really, I guess, unanimously number 1, who's the best quarterback in this draft?
I like Trey Lance. I'm going to go with Trey Lance. I think just what he has shown is enough to show he has the potential to be the best guy. Everyone says he has just as much upside as Trevor Lawrence. And Trey Lance being 17-0, throwing 28, 29 touchdowns, having 0 interceptions, that is enough for me to trust him. I think him not having a lot of experience isn't a great thing, but I don't think it's too much to look over.
Trey Lance, we've kind of talked about it. Colin Cowherd says the same thing. His ceiling's here and his floor is here. So the risk to reward is pretty good ratio there, but he could be through the roof. That's 100%. But my guy is Zach Wilson. He's 6'3", he's 210. He's got the frame. Obviously, could put on a few pounds to be ready to take a hit from an NFL caliber guy. But I think he's the most NFL ready. He's got the mobility. He's got the arm strength. He's got the accuracy. I think Zach Wilson is the guy outside of Trevor Lawrence. That's my pick. Guys, thanks for watching. 2 Minute Warning.